this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. I'm here today with the third and final part of how I made my little exploding box here. So today we've already done how to make the lid and the base, and then we've done all the decoration apart from this centre panel. So we've got a little heart and a little drawer that has a whole load of confetti, little heart-shaped confetti. So I'm going to show you how I made all of that. So to start with, you need a strip of white card to make the heart. Just get this ribbon here. And my card measures 3 centimeters across, or I think that's just over an inch, 1 1/4 inches, something like that, and 21 centimeters long. And what you need to do is to put a little bit of, so I've folded this very gently, so I've folded it in half, scored it at half, so at 10.5 centimeters, and then I just used my bone folder to just give it a bit of a curve like that. Okay, so you just need it a bit curved. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on one of these edges, and then I'm going to hope that it's going to hold in a heart shape, and that's how you make your heart. Can you see? So you need that to hold. Now, because I don't want to sit here on video holding, even though it's probably only going to be a couple of minutes, oh, it might have stuck actually. Just give it, I might just give it a couple of minutes to stick. Right, okay, because then we're going to make the little drawer that goes inside the heart. There we go. I think that's all right, actually. That's fine. Right, we'll come back to that in a minute. Right, so to make the drawer, you need a piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 7.5 centimeters. Oh, I've lost my trimmer now. There it is. Or 3 by 3 inches by 3 inches. And what we're going to do is we're going to score it at 1 inch on all sides. So I'm going to use my trimmer. So I'm going to score it. So line it up at the 1 inch mark. And not my cutting blade, so put that out of the way. But my 2.5 centimeters, is it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. All size at 2.5. Yeah, I'm actually reading the instructions given to us by Kayla Souza, whose design this is. So this is not my original design, as I've said before. It was Kayla Souza, who is a marvellous designer. She designs lovely stuff and can be found at cleverpacks.co.uk. You want to pop over to her blog. So I'm just reading her instructions here to show you. Kayla she's just moved house and she hasn't had time to do a video, so I asked if I could do one because I knew people would be interested. Right, so there we go. That's the sorry, I'm just trying to find my scissors here. My snips, there we go, found them. Sorry, getting distracted. Right, okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to cut this into a little box. So we're going to cut along here, and then we're going to wedge this, and we're going to cut that off because we don't need the whole of that tab. Or I probably should have burnished this first. I'll have to do the burnishing afterwards. And then another one. So the same thing opposite, and then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So exactly the same on this side. Snip, wedge, wedge, snip. Didn't quite catch that bit there. Let's get that. And the last one. Snip, wedge, wedge, and snip. There we go. So we've now got everything, the little box that we need. Okay, and then all we need to do is to take, now I've got our old 1/8 of an inch punch. You could just do this with your pokey toe, or just make a little hole through there. If you haven't got one of these, we don't make them anymore, we don't sell these anymore, or you might be able to get one in your local craft shop. So just fairly in the central of this panel, just need to put a little hole. Okay, so now I'm going to burnish, which is going to be more tricky than it would have been had I done them before. So do as I say and not as I do. Do your burnishing before you do your cutting. There we go. And there and there. Okay. Okay, right, okay, and then we just need a little bit of glue on each of these tabs and fold, and it will make a little open topped box, which is our drawer. So it goes like this. Oh, fold, there we go. Fold that up like that. Fold this one up like this. Fold this one up like this, and this one up like this. Oh, there we go, and that's our little drawer. And the only other thing we need to do there is just take a little bit of ribbon. This is our polka dot tulle ribbon, I think it's called, and what I did was I just took a length. It needs to be quite a length because you've got to tie a knot, and I just tied a knot, tied it round in a knot. So I've got a little handle there, and then trim off the excess, and that just pokes through your hole that you made. So as soon as it's there, I just use my tweezers, which I've put away again, getting things out and put them too efficient, I keep putting them away, and then that will just pull through here, and that's the little handle to pull your drawer out of its casing. Then to make the casing for it, you need another piece of cardstock, which is 9.4 by 6.4, and I've just cut along the longest edge with the long decorative, the stitched scallop die. This die from the Stitched Be Mine dies. So we've got a little border along there, and then what we are going to do, we are going to put this back in our trimmer, and we are going to score at 0.6, 3.3, 6 and 8.7. So 0.6 is going to be quite tricky to find, so I'm just going to lift my guard up here. So 0.6 is going to be there. So actually I'm not going to put the guard down because that might go for a walk, so I'm just going to use my bone folder to do that. It's quite tricky to do these little distances. Right, there we go, now we're off. Now we've got to do 3.3, so that's easier. So I can put my guard down again now. Oh, put my jumper caught in it. There we go. 3. Get rid of the cutting blade out of the way. So 3.3, 6. So I'm just lining my end up here, and 8.7. So that's another little bit at the other end. So we could have turned it round and done it like that to do that little bit. So we'll do it at that end. Right, there we go. And then we just need to turn it this way, and on this side we're just going to score at 0.6 again. Again, I'm going to lift up my cutting mat and do that with my bone folder. There we go. And then at 3.3 centimeters, I think we only need 2 folds along this side. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit distracted, my phone is ringing. There we go, and that's done. And then to make this, come in with your snips. Oh, let's burnish this time, though we do it. There. Okay, like so. There we go. And we are going to cut now. We're going to cut away some of this. So we're going to wedge this bit and wedge this bit. So we've got 2 little wedged bits there. My snips don't seem to be very sharp today. I don't know why. Usually they're very, very sharp. There we go, and other side as well. We're going to wedge here. Oh, I'm going to abandon them for today. Let's try a different pair of scissors. Oh, maybe it's the cardstock. They don't want to cut either. Maybe this cardstock is just a bit damp, I think. Maybe slightly, just a little bit damp, and so it doesn't cut very easily. There we go. And then we're going to cut away all of this bit. Yep, I'm just trying to look at my diagram to make sure I'm cutting away the right bits. Okay, yes, I'm going to cut away all of this to there. So we're going to cut away all of this, wedge this bit, and wedge this bit, and that's another little tab that we need. So this is what we end up with, and then the other side the same. So cut up to here and cut along here and cut there and then cut there and then there. Okay, so you've got all of that, and then this is just going to fold up and make a little holder. So we're going to put glue on all the tabs. So that tab there, which will glue to there. That tab there, which will glue to there. And then the other tabs are what we're going to glue to stick it into the card. So there we go. That's our little drawer holder. So our little drawer should slide in and out of our holder like that. Oh, isn't that cute? So nice, so nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back in with the card. Up to you where you put your heart, which way round you want it. I'm going to put it like that. So I'm going to come in with my heart and I'm going to glue it, the pointy bit, up against this fold here. So I'm going to put some glue on the bottom here and just glue it on there. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to put some glue on each of these little tabs. I'm going to take the drawer out actually because I don't want to get that caught. I don't want to end up. There we go, and that's just going to glue inside our heart. Like so. You might want to use your bone folder just to put some pressure on those to make sure they're well stuck down, and the one at the back. Like so. And we'll move about a bit until your glue's dry, and then check that your little drawer fits in, which it does quite snugly. There we go, that's fitted in there, and that's just about it. And the only other thing you need to do now, if your heart bends like that, you can just manipulate it a bit so that you get it a bit where you want it to be. So you want it over that way a bit, so just give it a bit of a push. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then all that's left to do is to put some flowers. So I just sprinkled, oops, lots of flowers around, on top and around. Like I said before, I haven't got the same flower punch as we used, so I've done mine with the little flower punch from, it was to go with the Bloom by Bloom set in the spring catalogue, so you might have bought that as well, and you might have that. So all of these can just go just randomly sprinkled, so they can go on the floor here as well. Don't put them in front of the drawer because otherwise the drawer won't open, but round there, and then some of them can go up the side of the drawer container as well. I'm going to bring my tweezers in to do that one so that I can get in there. My fingers are too fat to do that, so just, oh, go on. Oh, so fiddly. It's much more fiddly with these ones than it is with the other ones, because the other ones are slightly bigger, so you've got a bit more to get hold of. But you get the idea. Like so. And then you just need to come in and do some pearls, and that's your box, your exploding box finished. And it's up to you what you put in the little drawer. You could put a little chocolate, a little sweet. You could put, if you were buying someone some jewellery, you could pop some jewellery in there, like a little chain or a ring or something. Or you could do what I've done, and I haven't done it on this one yet, but what I will do is cut out some confetti with one of the dies from the Meant to Be set. I'm going to show you in a sec. So I'll just finish doing this. I'm just going to put that one on there as well. And I might put a few more when I come off camera. So there we go. How pretty is that? So that all goes together like that. And then the lid, which I've lost, there we go, goes on, and like so. And then when the person opens it, all falls down like that. Oh yeah, I think I need a few more flowers. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed my little series of making my exploding box card. Oh, the hearts, which I haven't done. I just put this die, which is from the Meant to Be set, through the die cutter, twice with Petal Pink in it, twice with Whisper White in it, and then all of those little hearts that you cut out can go in your drawer as confetti. But like I say, it's up to you what you put in your little drawer. So anyway, that's it from me today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that little series, and do subscribe if you feel you'd like to see any more of my projects. But I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.